Hi, I'm going to teach you how to tie the sailor's cross knot Turk's head style in this tutorial. I need to apologize in advance. I'm out in my wood shop right now. It is cold, it is raining, and it's only October in Texas, so I'm kind of miserable. But anyway, I've got my mandrel and everything set up already here. I've got I believe this is an 1/8 inch dowel, 1/4 inch dowel, something like that. Two of them rubber banded together. I've got about a 10-foot piece of red paracord from Bart at extremepara.com and lashed down right here. I've got about 9 feet or 9 inches or so of cord right here let out on the end. You want to make sure yours is like that as well. Anyway, and once you've got everything set up just like this, see, I've got the cord in back right here. We can go ahead and get started. I need to apologize in advance again. I've kind of got this tripod in my face. I'm kind of watching myself through the camera, so if I bump the camera or a tripod or anything, this gets a little bit shaky every once in a while. Sorry. If you don't like the music playing in the background and you can hear it, hit mute. So let's get started. What we're going to do is we've got this coming out on the right side over here. We're going to take our working end and we're going to bring it around once, the whole thing once, and then we're going to bring it around like that. We're going to catch it over here. There we go. So we've got it caught right there. You can even this out a little bit. You don't want, as with all Turk's heads, you really don't want too much in one direction or another. You want to try to keep everything even. Anyway, so we're over this crossbar right here. So we're going to take this cord right here. We're just going to bring it across just like that. Pretty easy, right? And with that, we've formed our first bite of the Turk's head. Our next step is pretty easy. We're just going to come back around this way. If I can do it, I'm going to bring it around back over here. And you formed your second bite. So if you're not like this, get like that now. And the next step, we're just going to pretty much the same thing. We're going to come over that crossbar right there, and we have formed 3 bites. 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and stop for just a second, just so you can make sure you look something like this. As long as you've done the steps, they're going to be all right. Okay, from here, what we're going to do, let me find my needle. We're going to go under this right here. See how that comes up under this one and around like that? We're going to go under that one. That's our first real under that we're actually going to have to make with our lacing needle. So we just come through just like that. Easy stuff, right? Ugh, come on. There we go. How about we put it in the camera there, huh? Okay, so we've made our first under just like that, okay? I'll give you a second to get where I'm at. The next step you're going to take is you're going to bring it around the back, and you're going to go under this right here. See how that wraps around through the back right there? You're going to go under that little piece right there. So, I'm doing this left-handed, and I'm not a lefty, so here we go. Brought it all the way through, bringing it through, working out the twist. There we go. See how we've got kind of this little loop right there? You got an over right there. You've gone under it right there. You've made an X there in the back, and you have an X here in the front. All right. Next, we're going to come across. We're going to come under this one right here. So get my lacing needle. Just coming around the back. Easy stuff here. Put it through and pull it all the way out. There we go. We formed another X right there. Easy stuff, right? Give you a second. If you are not here, get there now. Okay. We're going to, from here, you guys are going to have to excuse me. I'm also smoking at the same time. We're going to take your cord right here. Sorry, I dropped my needle here. There we go. Okay, here we are. We're going to come around the back, and we're going to come up under this one and under this one. These two. Okay? So we just come under that one, pull it through, come under that one, pull it through. Easy stuff. It's times like this I wish I were ambidextrous. And what you don't know is that you formed another bite in your Turk's head. This right here is a bite. So, okay, we've gone under these two. There you go. I'll give you just a second to make sure you got it right. From here, we're going to turn the whole thing over because we're going to be working on the flip side now. So we'll turn it over just like that. And I need to hit pause for just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. You guys didn't... That was really fast, wasn't it? My kid came to tell me goodnight, and I got a refill on coffee. Anyway, so we're going to make sure that we have everything set up right here. I'm trying to get back in the swing of it. Make sure everything's set up the way I need it to be. There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our working end right here. We're going to bring it over the top of all that. And we're going to come underneath this bite right here. Just like that. See how it comes on top of what we're running through right now? That's what you want to do. You want to go on top of all that. Pull it through. Just pull it through. Give it a little pull. If I gotta laugh at myself, I'm not gonna laugh at anything else. Okay, so all right, we'll give you a second to make sure that you're at this spot. It's a good song. Okay, from here we are going to come pretty much do the same thing. We're gonna come around here. And we're going to come underneath this bite just like that. And it comes on top of the cord you're currently running through. Just like that. Let's go ahead and pull all that cord through, work out the twists. It's probably the most annoying thing I hate about working with paracord, the twisting. There we go. Alright. So we formed another bite. Gone on top. And your next step is pretty much going to be the same thing that you've already done. We're going to come around this way. I've already come back around. You can see like that. Just come around like that. Come underneath that bite. And it's going to go on top of the cord that's already coming down. Just like that. Pull this cord through. Biggity blam, you got that part done. So I'm going to give you just a second to make sure that you're at this spot. There we go. And move the cross back into the into the camera. Okay. So what you're going to continue to do from here, we've got another under to make here. So if I can find my lacing needle. Okay. We're gonna go on top of this. You can see how it's basically on top of it anyway. We're gonna come underneath this cross part right here. See that? We're gonna come underneath that. And just pull the rest of your cord through. Just like that. Pretty easy stuff, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to flip it back over again. You see that natural, whenever I flipped it over, I flipped it turning toward the right, it kind of naturally went on top of that cord right there. That's what you want. Because really, Turk's Head is just a bunch of cords wrapped around a piece of work, or, well, yeah, that's basically what it is. Okay, so what we're going to do from here is we're going to, let's make sure that I'm doing this right. We're going to go under. I'm just kind of holding this here. I'm checking my work. Let's see, that's the front. I should have everything right here. Okay. I'm just making sure that all the crossings are correct here on the front side. And what we should do from here, we should come underneath here. Remember that natural roll that came across there? We're going to come underneath this one. For some reason I was thinking this is where we collapsed the, or pulled the cord out of here, but that's not correct. Okay, so this is still the front side, right? Got our X here. We're going to run this back around like that. I need to reach for my lacing needle. Sorry. We've gone over this one. We want to go under this one. This is where that bite was. Remember that? Here we go. Make sure you don't tangle it up like I've got it done here. Just going to pull that through. Twist. Come on, twist. There it goes. Okay. And that is the knot right there. I'm going to keep going. Essentially what's going to end up happening is you're just going to follow this back through. You've gone underneath right here. You're just going to form a bite right here, and you're going to follow this standing end. We're just going to run it back up just like that. We're going to follow this line right here all the way back up through. And just do everything you just did again. But this time it's easy because you've already got it formed. All you got to do is chase the lead. Let's see how much bull crap I can sit here and talk while we're tying this knot. Did you guys see how D-Man was talking about his moonbeam earlier today? Yeah, that's the Marine Corps boot camp term for flashlight. I get a kick out of boot camp terms. I wanted to think of something about go fasters or something like that, but yeah, I'm not very imaginative. So we're going to follow that one back around this way. If you like, you can race me. Just going to follow that back through. Uh-oh. There we go. There's a good song on right now, Black Flag, TV Party. Some of you old timers might remember that one. Oh, TV. Just a couple of brews. See, D-Man won't sing for you. I will. I won't sing well. Here we go. I could probably pause this if I wanted. But I've seen a lot of videos that where, somebody complains about how they didn't show the whole process or something like that. So hopefully YouTube will let me upload all of this. See, that follows around just like that. All we're doing is chasing the lead. Ooh, another good song. Slipknot. I'm sure all of you guys out there, you know, big Slipknot fans, right? What am I doing here? Okay. So we want to follow that back around and through. See, it's already starting to look better. The thing about Turk's heads is as long as you get your overs and unders correct, which is probably the hardest part, but as long as you get them together and all correct, it's not that big of a deal once you remove it from the mandrel because everything's already locked in place. There we go. Starting on the second part now. Anything. My head. This is one of my favorite Slipknot songs too. One more time. Trying to keep this at least PG-13, so I'm not going to sing along any of the real Slipknot words. I'm afraid to cry, but that's none of your business. I'm going to leave without a trace, because I don't want to die in this place. He sounds real happy. Okay, we are starting to come around to where it's almost all doubled. I'm still checking everything, making sure everything's okay. We need to come back around. Yep. Just running along the side. That's all we're doing here. I'm not going to take the time to take the twist out. I've got a nasty twist right there, but for time constraints, I won't work that out. Normally, I would try to make that as neat as possible. What for me? Okay, so we're coming up to our last little bit here. Come on, everybody has died. Come on, everybody has died. Okay, so coming on to our last bite here, follow it around. There we go. Come on, there it is. Okay. All right, let's think here. Okay, so we're going to come back around and under this section right here. Work out my twist there. I'm not left-handed. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So I've got everything doubled. This is where you want to stop. Okay? What you're going to do from here, you're going to take off this piece of rubber band here. We're going to unlock the cord. Now, I guess you don't have to take it fully out. You can just pull your cord up like that. Do what's easier, right? Okay. And what we're going to do with this end is we're going to follow, come all the way back up through this way. Okay? Make sure I've got this right. Yes, I have this right. Okay, so we're going to end up doing, so we're going to take our lacing needle. There we go. We're going to take our lacing needle. We're going to stick it on what used to be the standing end. Now becomes the working end. It's this piece that was inside of that right there. We'll slip that on just like this. There we go. Okay. Sorry, this lacing needle is not from Bart at ExtremePara.com. I hear his needles are great. So what we're going to do is we're essentially just going to follow that back on up through, and just like that. We're still chasing the lead, we're just chasing it from a different direction. And this is a real good way to, for people who want to hide their ends of their Turk's heads. Go through your whole Turk's head a little bit, but leave a little on the bottom back over here, and you can make it disappear in the middle, like what we're going to show here in just a second. So we're going to come up. I got all this right here. Oh, hey, might be nice if I had the cross in there. You want to check your knot just to make sure there's nothing overlapping or any of that stuff like that. I've got my back end here. Coming through right there. I'm going to come through one more. Now remember, this was the back end. We've got one more lead to follow right here, and this is where we left off with our longer working end. This is our shorter working end. We're going to bring that up and through right here, just like that. Hey, Slayer. Okay, so if we're looking at the back end here, this is what you should have. If you're not like this, get like that now. I'll give you a second, because I'm really checking it out too. Hey, we're going on 21 minutes on this video. Okay, so everything looks to be correct. What we're going to end up doing now is we're going to take out the mandrel pieces. It's going to take because it's rubber banded together, it's going to take a little bit. If the rubber band comes off inside of it, pull it out. That's a complaint that some people have said about using a rubber band on these. You know, oh, what if the rubber band gets caught inside? Well, take it out. Come on, there it goes. All right. Hey, the rubber band came off. And we're going to remove. There we go. Going to remove the middle part right here. There we go. We have our cross right here. And you can see that rubber band in there. I don't have a pair of tweezers or anything to pull that out. So I guess I'll just use my fingers. Fingers. See? That's what happens when it gets stuck in the middle. You pull it out. Okay, so what we're going to end up doing, I've got remember this is the back. We've got both of our cords are in the front right here. This is the back side of the knot. Our cords are both right here. Shouldn't be like this. Should be like this. Excuse me. We're going to run this end right here up through the middle. And it's going to come out right at the top of that bite, where all those bites meet. See how that works? See where that's coming out? We're going to pull that through. And bam. Let's see how that's going to hide everything right there. Now, we're just going to take this part. We're going to run it on back down through the middle. What that does, it creates a loop at the top where you can hang things. If you don't want to do that, fine, don't do it. Just run it back through to the bottom. This will take a little bit of working, but there we go, all the way through the middle, down to the bottom. I will usually stick something right here. I'm not going to do that now because I've already run it back through. But I'll usually, take a piece of paracord or something like that. Here, I'll take a piece of microcord, just as a little space saver, to where if I yank too hard on this when I'm tightening it up, if I yank too hard on it, I can at least pull some of it back out. Okay, so we're going to take our lacing needle off. We'll put it on the other end. And all we're going to do with this end is just run it back down through the middle. run it on back down the middle. It's a little bit tight fit. Cross might look like crap right now, but it will look better. Trust me, once you tighten it up. Look at that. See how that works? Just like that. It's a little funky looking now because it's not tightened down. Okay? Those are essentially all the steps you need. From here, all you have to do is you go back to the start where you started this. You just start right here. You follow that back through. Tighten it up. Pull out that slack. Pull it out. All you got to do is just follow it on back through. It's pretty easy. All you got to do is just take out little bits at a time. It usually takes me 2 or 3 rounds of tightening to get one of these down. And all you got to do is just follow it back down and through. See how that works? Pretty easy. I'll finish this one round, and then I'll leave the rest up to you because this is getting to be a long video that I will probably have to split up. But we're back around to the bottom where we're starting that second bite. Or actually where we formed the first one, but whatevs. Anyway, that's all you got to do. Just continue tightening, tighten it in little, even amounts, and you'll get through this. It's very easy. This thing, it's going to get pretty hard to tighten once you get, you start getting it a little bit too tight. Just get everything out of there. If you need to, use a little marlin spike or a nail or whatever you got to do to, work out whatever. But that's essentially it. Those are your steps. This is your cross. That's about it. Once again, sorry if this was really hard to follow. Please, if you have comments, leave them. If you have comments about the video or the music in the background, sorry, I don't have much of a choice on the crazy stuff that plays in the background. But anyway, I hope you like this. I hope it helps you out. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll explain what I can. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys later.